about the time I believe that the Glenn Campbell show was on the air for a couple of years. It was coming to the end of that. Another fella on this video, which is on my Facebook.com/Jesse Torrero timeline, is Merle Haggard. Now, Merle Haggard, I had an opportunity to see Merle Haggard at the Palomino nightclub, which was a lot of fun. The Great Palomino Club, which was terrific down there on Lancashire Boulevard in North Hollywood. Great memories. It was the place that all the country music stars had to come into, and what a shit kickerville that was, man. I tell you, you drank beer, you saw fights, and you heard great country music. I mean, it was everything that you could imagine in an establishment that was a beer drinking, shit kicking country music bar. I mean, it's not there anymore. It was sold years ago, years and years, decades ago now. That whole area of the San Fernando Valley has changed into basically mostly Latino and Armenian, that area of the San Fernando Valley. And so that became a banquet facility, Latino banquet facility. And they do a lot of quinceaneras there and stuff now. But every time I drive by there, I think of some of these stars like Merle Haggard and Buck Owens. Did you know that Buck Owens, even to this day, right now, Buck Owens has more country hits, more hits than any other country music star in the history of country music, going as way back as 50, 60, 80, 90 years. Yeah, Buck Owens, the Buckaroo out there in Bakersfield. And I got to know Buck Owens through my godfather, and I actually worked for Buck Owens at KKXX in Bakersfield a gajillion years ago on the air, playing country music, of course. And he passed away too, along with Merle Haggard last year. But Buck Owens passed away a couple of years ago. And I remember when I got the job at KKXX in Bakersfield, he was Mr. Owens. He owned all of Bakersfield. Buck Owens was like a guy that owned everything in Bakersfield. I mean, Bakersfield was Buck Owens' territory. And I remember when he came into the station one day, I was doing an afternoon drive shift, and he walks past the studio. I hadn't seen him in ages. He walks past the studio and he comes back in. He opens the door and he sticks his head in there and he goes, looks at me and I go, "Hello, Mr. Owens, Jesse Torrero, Jesse T." And he says, looks at me, Harry Newman. Harry Newman's godson. And I went, wow, he actually remembered, because that was like, maybe had to be almost 8 years later. He actually remembered this snot-nosed 14-year-old kid from KLAC. From what I understand, Buck Owens never forgot anybody's name, and he was the man responsible for so many great artists. Merle Haggard, he gave Merle Haggard his first job when Merle Haggard got out of prison. He's on this medley, and also who's on this medley is the guy who played opposite Burt Reynolds in Smokey and the Bandit. He had a lot of hits. He was the guy who drove the truck. Jimmy, I always forgot his name, but I'll get it in a second. He was very, very popular. Conway Twitty is on this video as well, and of course the great one, Johnny Cash and his wife Rosanna Cash. Yeah. And I never met her. I met Johnny Cash at the Palomino, and I met Conway Twitty when he came to the station. Got a chance to shake his hand when I was like 15. But I got a chance to meet all these guys. So anyway, there's this great medley. And the caption is "When Country Used to Be Awesome." So you got to check it out. I just wanted to make a note there and talk a little bit about country music and the CMA Awards. And I wasn't real happy with what they said about Trump up there. And yeah, even country music has got to get political for some silly reason. I just wish they would leave politics out of all this stuff. There's a place for politics, and it's not in entertainment. It seems like communist China gives our president a better and more respect than the NFL football players. I mean, you're talking about, did you see when President Trump arrived in China and the reception they gave him? cannons and music and a red carpet and our beautiful flag flying high, which is the most gorgeous flag in the world, the red, white, and blue stars and stripes. I know a lot of people don't like it, but how terrific that was. Yeah, I was in Hooper, Janie Bauer says. I was in Hooper after Smokey and the Bandits. Too funny. Well, I did mention it. Sorry. I should have read the bottom anyway. So they gave him what a warm reception they gave him. And he's walking away with billions and billions of dollars in trade and jobs for Americans. What a great president he's becoming. I'm telling you guys, he's going to be one of the greatest presidents to ever sit in that chair in the Oval Office. A lot of people don't believe me, but all this terrible stuff that's happening with Russia, this uranium one stuff, the Hillary Clinton and the lying hypocrite criminal machine, they're going down. The DNC is completely arrayed. Donna Brazil. It's just an amazing thing what we're seeing. You know, be careful what you ask for because it might turn around and bite you in the rear end. If you don't know anything about cryptocurrencies, you better. The Congress is going to pass a bill called H.R. 835 and as soon as December for pro-crypto law, which means they're going to go take cryptocurrencies mainstream. So get some Bitcoins right now, and you'll see a massive, massive, massive increase, guys. I've got some, so go ahead and get some. Delphi Greek checked in. Hey, Delphi, how you doing, buddy? Good to have you along with us here on the Jesse T Show as we broadcast live from an undisclosed location. Yes, I had a lot of business to take care of today, so I had to reschedule my interview today with a terrific actress, and she's so gracious. I appreciate it. Lorraine Landon, everybody. Lorraine Landon, terrific actress. Look her up on IMDb. She's got a half a dozen films coming out. She's just a very talented woman. She goes back some years, and we'll talk about Hollywood, but she is so beautiful and so talented, and I just love her to death. And I was so saddened that I had to reschedule that interview appointment I had with her. You guys would have really enjoyed it, but we rescheduled it to the 21st of November, and I'm looking forward to that. Also, we rescheduled Patrick Kilpatrick, who he got called out to be on the TV series Flash. Terrific actor, so we rescheduled him as well. And you'll love a lot of the things Patrick Kilpatrick says. So we've got some schedules there. Hey, thanks a lot, Janie Bowers, for checking in with us. I appreciate that very much. And I hope to see you soon. And thanks for the kind words. Spread the word along, guys. We got to make our TV show grow here and our radio show grow. And we can't really do that without you. So we have to, get you involved and spread the word, share and like us out. We've got a lot of extra special stuff happening in 2018 that we're putting together right now. And I'm looking forward to bringing the show out in the world a little more remotely on a regular basis at a couple of different avenues here in Los Angeles, as well as do some other great and wonderful crazy things with road tripping and Dan the Man. So I'm looking forward to that. Another thing, a bunch of Republicans are retiring, and they should retire. A whole bunch of them. A whole bunch of Republicans are retiring, and they're not going to rerun. Thank God. Maybe we are clearing out the swamp in Washington, D.C. That's the thing I like about President Trump. He doesn't hold any punches, whether it's Democrats or Republicans. He's chasing the swamp rats out. And get rid of these Republicans, these good for nothings. And they all saying they retiring because they only wanted to serve a little bit. Yeah, right. They're retiring because they can't cheat and hide and steal anymore like they could. And they can't hide behind the fact that they're congressmen and or senators. And I'm glad to see that these people are not running, as well as the Democrats. The Democrats, they're just as bad in that respect. There's so many of them that are just going to run away. Like Bob Porker Corker is going to run away. Yeah, good. Don't come back, man. And go under a rock and far away, you swamp rat. So many swamp rats. Jeff Flake, what a name he has, the Republican from Arizona. He is a flake. Absolutely. In fact, he looks like a flake. All right, I'm glad to see he's flaking off. Get rid of him. I mean, there's so many that are going to be running away out of here. Another one was John Duncan Jr. This guy looks like a freaking serial killer. He looks like some of those guys that get whacked in prison. You know, yeah, this guy, man, he doesn't have to have a mask on Halloween. All he has to do is show up. I'm so glad this guy's gone and he's not going to rerun, which is a good riddance to bad meat. I had a friend of mine say a long time ago, yeah, get rid of these Republicans that won't even help the president. We don't need them. Absolutely not. I mean, we gave them, America voted the president, voted Congress, and voted the Senate, and they've done absolutely nothing. And now they're balking on tax reform. Can you imagine? It just blows my mind. But I'm glad to see they're going. You see, I hold no punches, guys. I hold no punches. I don't care whether you're a Republican or a Democrat. If I don't like what I'm seeing, hey, it's the world according to Torrero, and you're going to get straight on the point. Absolutely. So, you know, I mean, there's swamp rats everywhere, absolutely everywhere in this town, and it's of Washington, D.C., and I'm so happy that many of them are not going to restart their careers and go back to private life, so we can just let them go. We don't have to deal with them. Maybe I've always been a person for reform on term limits, and I think we should make the term limits really difficult and really straightforward. Check it out. This is something I came across, and you might find this interesting, or you might find it not interesting. I don't know, but I came across this, and it's kind of interesting. Let's go back to 1865, and the Democrats or the Democrats that have killed important people. I mean, let's go back. In 1865, a Democrat kills President Lincoln. In 1963, a socialist shoots President Kennedy. In 1975, a Democrat shoots at President Ford. In 1983, a Democrat shoots President Reagan. In 1984, a Democrat kills 22 at McDonald's. In 1986, a Democrat kills 15 at Oklahoma Post Office. In 1990, a Democrat kills 10 at the GMAC office. In 1991, a Democrat kills 23 at Luby's Cafe in Killian, Texas. Let's continue on. Wonder why there are no Republicans in here, killing important people. In 1995, a Democrat kills 5 co-workers at a Texas lab. In 1999, a Democrat kills 8 at church service. Really? Wow. Pretty interesting. In 2001, a Democrat shoots at Bush at the White House. Remember that? In 2003, a Democrat kills 7 at Lockheed Martin plant. In 2007, a Democrat kills 32 at Virginia Tech. Remember that? Hey, I don't know. These left-wing liberals talk about drinking Kool-Aid. They've been drinking way too much insane things. They actually got guns, because we learned yesterday on the Jesse T Show, Roundup Wound Up, that guns don't shoot themselves, they don't load themselves, and they don't pull their triggers. People have to actually do that. So these Democrats actually put guns in their hand and go kill somebody. In 2010, a Democrat shoots Gabby Gifford and kills 12 in Arizona. Isn't that an amazing thing? Go ahead, check the facts. In 2011, a Democrat kills 12 in an Aurora movie theater. Remember that crazy man? Hooked on drugs or whatever? I still think that was a false flag. They set that up for something to happen. In 2012, a Democrat kills 7 in Minnesota. In 2012, another Democrat kills 26 at Sandy Hook School. You didn't know all these people were Democrats, did you? Well, they are. In 2013, a Democrat kills 12 at a Navy shipyard. How about this one? In 2015, right close to my home here in an undisclosed location. A Democrat kills 12 in San Bernardino. And in 2016, a Democrat kills 49 in Orlando. Now, I'm just saying, that's all I'm doing. I'm just saying, I think the Democrats need gun control. That's what I think. Not the independents or the conservatives or the Republicans or the Green Party members, even the Socialist and Communist Party, even those parties. I think that they don't even need gun control, but the Democrats do. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? Wow, man, I'm telling you, it's a strange set of circumstances. We're going to bump out of Periscope right now because one of my batteries is going dead on our Facebook feed. So I'm going to light that up right now and get back to our Facebook.com/Jesse Torrero and see what we can do there and keep the show going on Facebook because we have to do that. In fact, what I might just do is be lining this up and coming back. Let's try it this way. I'm going to exit out of here for right now, and I'm going to bring Facebook back up on our main computer here and see if we can just go that route there. Let's see what we got going on here. Where are we at? Let's go there. Oh, yes, the things we have to know now. They're pretty crazy, aren't they? We have to know so much to get along in our lives on a daily basis. It's just about enough to drive a person batty, isn't it? What do we got chiming in here? Okay. Did you fix us, Lee?
All
Did you
good.
get? We're all good.
Been good.
Okay. Well, that's good. I didn't know we were good. So that's a good thing. I'm glad we're good. And I'm glad I know now that we're good because it's always good to be good and it's not good to be bad. So we always try to be good here on the Jesse T Show, but sometimes we do get a little bad, but now we're good. So good is good and good is done and it's all good in Goodsville. If that made any sense. It did. It did make sense to me. So so what we'll do is when I lose my Facebook feed over here, guys, facebook.com/Jesse Torrero, just go over to and stay on the site and you'll see our second feed coming in via our studio back in Los Angeles. You'll see the second feed is already coming in there. So just kind of bridge up and move up to that, and there will be no loss of the show because I will run out. I only got about 3% left on this one over here. All right, so let's continue on here and see what's going on. Something that scares the bejesus out of me and the daylights out of me, and it's happening in Saudi Arabia. You know, Saudi Arabia has a lot to fess up to, in my opinion. They have a lot to fess up to in that respect. I just think that they are the cause of a lot of our problems. I always have. Those rich sheiks over there seem to be able to wield a lot of manipulation and power in our country. And we put them in power, us and the English and the Russians put them in power after World War II. But they have grown to the degree that they do a lot of scary stuff. I just don't think they are as they seem to be. Even though they had the big pomp and ceremony for President Trump, which I thought was beautiful, and we did get a whole bunch of money and trade packages from them, and that's a good thing. And they are our ally in that area, like Israel. They are our ally in several other places, but they do some crazy, weird stuff over there. They got this new robot, and her name is Sophie. and it's mind blowing. Um, this robot moves like a real person, and in their country they gave her citizenship, and she looks like a real person, and she's a female, and she has eyes that are like green, and skin and facial expressions, and it almost looks as if she's thinking. It's kind of freaky. That's how close we're getting to robots and AI intelligence. We're there. And the day is going to come when these types of entities, in my opinion, are going to take over the world. And we won't even know it. And we won't deny it. At least the generations after me won't deny it. They'll chalk it up and say, oh, it's progress, and you got to go with the flow, like so many of my generation does. I don't know. I don't go with the flow. I never have, and I never will. I always question everything. Everything gets a question, why? There's got to be another reason. And I may not be able to change it. Most likely not. But at least I'm going to stand up and be different than following what everybody else follows, the sheeple of America. I'm not going to do that. So I'm always going to stand up for what I believe. And sometimes, and many times, I'm on the opposite of what even my generation is accepted in their lifetimes. But you can go to a site I have here, facebook.com/straight on the point, and you can see this robot, Sophie. It's got like 9 million views. It is freaky. And I know, all these crazy perverts and sexual deviants and pedophiles and disgusting individuals that can't keep their sexual perversity in their pants. I know that they see this in completely a different way. But it's frightening to me in one sense with AI intelligence. This cryptocurrency that the Congress is about ready to pass this bill, that essentially means that gold and silver are going to be worthless, as well as dollar bills, as the cryptocurrency is a currency of the world. Remember, in the New World Order, they want one government, they want one economic system. What do you think these cryptocurrencies are? They're economic systems that are not regulated, and yet America is trying to regulate it. The elite, the oligarchy. We haven't talked about that too much, but in future shows, I'm going to start talking a little bit about that because I find that to be frightening. Not only will you not know or be able to control your dollars, but if they don't want you to eat or have water or have a place to have a house or electricity, they can shut you off. Just like those smart meters on your buildings now, the smart power meters and the smart water meters, they can shut you off from an exterior location. It's kind of scary to me. Anyhow, Sophia was interviewed by a bunch of journalists, and it actually did some pretty good responses, but kind of frightening in my book if you kind of look at it from my point of view. I just think it's something that we have to be really careful about. NFL players have been arrested 855 times since 2000. I don't know why people are so into the NFL. You're basically dealing with a bunch of hoodlums, a bunch of criminals, a bunch of people who can't control their instincts about anything. They just want to rape and rob. And the statistics prove it. This isn't just me talking. Let me read you this. Blew me away. NFL players have been arrested 855 times since 2000. I wonder at your company if people were arrested 855 times since 2000, would they have a job? Probably not. But NFL players still do. I mean, the president of China gave our president a better respect and for our national anthem and flag than these so-called NFL superstars. Right. They're not superstars in my book. What they are is traitors, as far as I'm concerned. I can't think of a more lowly life word for them. That's just my feeling, 855 times arrested since 2000. This includes 215 DUI charges. 215 DUI charges. Can you imagine such lunacy? 215 times these multimillionaires since 2000 have been arrested for DUI charges. And some of those DUI charges aren't just liquor, drugs, MJ. 99 drug charges. You're talking about people that are worth millions of dollars, that are gifted by the Almighty with a talent to be able to jump, run, or be stronger than others, right? But yet they can't control themselves. There's something wrong here. And why are all these NFL players that get in trouble, why are the majority of them black, African Americans? One will argue that because the NFL is primarily a black sports entity. And there is an oxymoron here. And here's the oxymoron. Guess who owns all of the NFL teams? White people. White people. I've argued this point for decades. White people own all the NBA teams. The elite, higher echelon white people own these teams. And they pay a lot of money to these players. And they put them under contracts. And these players perform for these team owners. And if they don't perform, out of town they go and they bring in somebody else. Now think about this for a second. Just think about this for a second. Is there a bit of hypocrisy going on here? Think about that. Hey, I'm all about getting the money. There's no problem with that. But then just be honest and say, I don't care. I'm getting the money. And that's what it's all about. That's the thing that I like about Mayweather Jr. And that's about the only thing I like about him. And that is, he frets no words and says, it's money, Mayweather. Give me the money. I don't care. At least he's straightforward. I can respect a guy like that. But these guys, there's a bit of hypocrisy. Think about it. They're playing for white people. Now, think about that. To me, that's just another form of slavery. Oh, they're getting the money, but then tell me I'm in it for the money. It's just another form of slavery. As far as I'm concerned, playing for the taskmaster, playing for the slave master again. Isn't that amazing? So, 96 domestic violence cases, like beating up their wives in elevators when there's cameras everywhere. Ray Lewis, 71 assaults and 2 murders. Henderson, that guy? Now, no wonder they don't like the police. I get it. But why is it that they just don't be honest? Be honest. That's what I say. Be honest. I still may not like you, but at least I'll respect you because you're honest in what you say. I'm getting the money. That's the bottom line. That's one of the things about rap music that I liked about these guys. The guys in the earlier times of rap music. They were honest from their point of view. Give me the money. That's what I want. I want the money. That's what I want. That's all I want. I don't care what you do. Just give me the money. Charlie Sheen is in the news again. Charlie Sheen, of course, he hates Donald Trump, but he's in the news. He's been accused of heinous sex crimes with a famous 13-year-old actor known as Corey Haim. Yeah, can you imagine? This guy, Charlie Sheen, Mr. Congenial, right? The guy that once said he wanted to kill Trump and he wished Trump was dead. Yeah, unbelievable, huh? I guess he's following down the footsteps of his hero, Wienerstein the Monster, because he just has been accused now of fostering sexual acts towards a 13-year-old actor. Man, I love the way Washington, D.C. is getting drained of the swamp rats, and I love the way Hollywood is getting drained of the swamp rats. Corey Haim, the young man who killed himself, that was Corey Feldman's best buddy. Yeah, unbelievable. And the list just keeps on growing. Let's go over that list right now. It blows me away how this list is growing, and it grew today. It keeps growing every day. It's just never going to stop. This list is really something. It's got like everybody's name on it. It's pretty amazing. So I posted it up here because I'm adding to the list, and I have to add these names to it. So let me see what we got here. These are fresh off the printed press. Yes, okay. So we have names that are going to be added to the great list of Hollywood sewer rats. So let's see what we got going here. And there's Charlie, old Charlie. Uh-huh. Would you hire Charlie on your set? I wouldn't. This guy is a bundle of messed upness. Man, he just crap falls, this guy. He used to have sex with nothing but prostitutes. Wonder how he got HIV, and then he didn't even tell his girlfriend at the time that he was HIV positive. What an egomaniac, huh? Really? What a guy. What kind of guy you'd want to have at your house for dinner? I mean, yeah. But yet, he's Charlie Sheen. What's he worth? About $60 million? Oh, yeah. All these guys. Kevin Spacek. All these guys. And even more. They're getting tagged on to this list. Here we go. Here's the great list I put together so far. George Clooney, Dustin Hoffman, Wienerstein, Oliver Stone, Kevin Spacek, Director Toback, Polanski, ATP child agent Tyler Gresham, President George Bush, Louis C.K., Bill O'Reilly, Bill Cosby, Roger Ailes, Dr. Luke Rapp, music producer, Eric Boland, Director Brett Mark Rather, Jeremy Previn, Weiss, Grissom, Blaine, David Blaine, Danny Masterson, Casey Affleck, Robert De Niro, Alec Baldwin, Val Kilmer, Michael Moore, Reverend Jesse Jackson, Ed Westick, Steven Seagal. Let's add this one to it. Did I say Ben Affleck? Yeah, Ben Affleck. How about Bob Weinstein? Yeah, the Wiener Man's brother. How about Terry Richardson? Another scumbag. How about Adam Vent? Another scumbag. Yep, man, the list just keeps on growing. And Charlie Sheen. Unbelievable, isn't it? It's nice to see both ends of the country getting drained of scumbags. Some of them are getting drained into the Atlantic Ocean, and others are getting drained into the Pacific Ocean. Yeah. Saying hi to Tony Angelo and Bobby Bowden. John Parker Jr. I like that. Saying hi to my buddy Izzy Camarillo. Thanks a lot, Izzy, for checking in with us. Let's see what we got here. Did I mess it up again? No, there we go. Saying hi to Don Kelly. Thanks a lot, Don, for having us on. Saying to Yahtzee's Monroy, or Monet. Hopefully I got that right. Sometimes I really mess these names up. I'm not so good at reading them on the fly, but I'm getting better at it. It's just a matter of saying. So let's see, what else we got to cover? Oh, yeah, I know. Hats off to the hero. hats off to the hero who shot and killed or participated in taking down the killer in Texas. Absolutely hats off to him and his and the young man too that were out there. Jarvie Hutcherson, very nice man in Hollywood. Very nice man, a really legitimate guy. A guy that brought multiculturalism to Hollywood when nobody else was. He passed away recently. I don't know if it was today or yesterday. But Jarvie Hutcherson was a terrific guy. I interviewed him many times. The guy was really a good man. And it's unfortunate that the good people go and the bad people stay. And that's something, how that works out that way. It's kind of strange, isn't it? It really is when you think about it. Why do the good people go away and the bad people stay? I can never figure that one out. It's almost like maybe I'll just be a bad guy, right? Yeah, maybe I'll just be a bad guy because they seem to live longer. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's not. I'm not sure, but just a perception from looking out to in. So, hey, this is the Jesse T Show, and you know we're on every Monday through Friday, right here from 5 to 6. Yours truly, Jesse Torrero, the Brown Beauty on Duty, as we do what we do because we do it for you. Every day of the week, and we have some great shows lined up here. We got a new series, a new program, a new little vignette that we're going to start instituting or putting into play on Monday. If I can work it out, it's called Dell's Corner, going down to Dell's Corner. Now, Dell is a terrific accountant. He's a terrific taxman, been that for several decades, and he is a left-wing liberal. We do agree on a couple of things, but he's really out on the left side. So we're going to go down to Dell's Corner every Monday for about 10 to 15 minutes, and we're going to see what Dell has to say. And it's going to be something that's going to be filled full of fireworks, I'm sure. So that'll be starting this Monday at 5 sharp to about 5:10, 5:15, and then we'll jump into the show and do what we do. Saying hi to Gloria Villa. Gloria. Hey, another hats off to all the cats at AFM. Wow, what a time that was. AFMs were really spectacular this year. That's where the distribution of films and a lot of deals were made, and a lot of people got their product out around the country and around the world. So that was a terrific thing. We're looking forward now to the AMAs, and we're working on going to get on that red carpet at the AMAs and bring you some cool stuff. That's what we're looking to do, as well as of course, the Academy Awards coming up the early part of next year, and we have Night of 100 Stars, Ed Losey's great production over at the Beverly Hills Hilton. So we have Night of 100 Stars. Oh, yeah, in the news again. Oh, I'm just going to piss a lot of people off now. Yeah, we're going to be bringing a lot of people on camera. George Wolf is watching. Bring them on camera. Yeah, we will, of course. We're going to bring, if you're talking about Corey Feldman and the gang, working on getting that on camera too as well. And we're going to have, we do everything, try to do everything in a visual and radio way here on the Jesse T Show. Yeah, I'm gonna really piss some people off now. Michelle Obama's doctor goes on record. I know what I saw. I've talked about this a few times over the years, and I'm going to talk about it again. I know what I saw. Michelle Obama is not a woman who used to be a man. Michelle Obama is just a man with breast implants and a huge shaving bill. On the campaign trail, no medical staff were allowed to go near her other than to take vitals if she got sick, which she never did. I know, because I walked in on her or him while he was taking a leak standing up in a bathroom in Trenton, Ohio. They paid me millions for my silence, but after seeing what they did to this country, I just can't keep quiet. Let them sue me. Sue them. They will. I'll sue them back, says Obama spokesman. Sue them. We're going to sue him. Yes, we will. Yes, Art Troubolis. Whatever information the doctor has is privileged. should he decide to trade his license and every dime he's ever made for a few moments of fame, so be it. There was no direct denial of Dr. Espinosa's accusations. So I'm just saying, I'm just saying. I think that person is going to run for the presidency. And that's why I think Donna Brazile is dropping the hammer on the Clintons to finally clear out the rest of the Clinton regime. That's what I think. And because she wants to be the campaign manager for whatever the first lady, first lady, man, lady, whatever was, or whatever they are. I think she wants to be the campaign manager of that election in 2020. I see her running, or see him running, or see them running, or I don't know. But anyhow, just thought I'd pass that on. I'm just saying, I don't know. I have no idea one way or the other. But I'm just passing it on and see what transpires with that. Jim Kelly, one of the greatest kung fu men ever to be on the planet Earth, Enter the Dragon. There's a new interview out where before he died, and he talked about Bruce Lee being that Bruce Lee was the greatest, that nobody could beat Bruce Lee. So just thought that would be interesting. I love Jim Kelly. Thought he was a terrific.
Today.
Let's see here. Let me see it. I think I got something here. Check this out. This is what Mark Cuban says on how to become a millionaire. Go, check it out. Listen.
And I'm about to give you some advice on how to be just a little bit richer than you are today. How do you get rich? Rich is all relative. So there's certain things you need to do in order to put yourself in the best position to be rich. The first thing you need to do is live like a student. When you get that first job, it's really cool. I remember looking at cars and thinking, I want this car. Fortunately, I kept my junker. Number two, you shouldn't use credit cards. I remember bill collectors calling me every 2 minutes. You're better off using a debit card when you need to just not use cash. Number three is save about 6 months' income. If you don't like your job at some point, or you get fired, or you have to move, or something goes wrong, you're going to need at least 6 months' income. Then what I would do is probably put it into the cheapest SPX, the Standard & Poor's mutual fund that I could find. If you're a true adventurer and you really want to throw the Hail Mary, you might take 10% and put it in Bitcoin or Ethereum. But if you do that, you've got to pretend you've already lost your money. And it's like collecting art. It's like collecting baseball cards. It's like collecting shoes. Something's worth what somebody else will pay for it. It's a flyer, but I limit it to 10%. It's so hard to make a return on regular investments that you're better off when you see a sale. So for instance, hopefully we're all using toothpaste every day, right? A couple times a day. And we're going to go through toothpaste every month, whatever it may be. You're better off buying 2 years worth of toothpaste when it's on 50% discount. That's an immediate return on your money. Any of your reusables, consumables that you have to have, when they're on a huge sale on Amazon, buy them, because chances are their prices are going to go up. But that's a real savings that you get to put in your pocket. Negotiate using cash. I tell people all the time, if you're out, you're going to take a yoga class and they want to charge you $30 and say, look, I got 20. You know what? They're going to take it. Negotiating with cash is a far better way to get a return on your investment. I used to love to walk through bookstores when there were bookstores everywhere. And if there's something that caught my eye, and I thought it could give me one idea, to spend $30 to give one idea that could help propel me, make my businesses better, it was a bargain. The Only Investment Guide You'll Ever Need by Andrew Tobias used to get me all fired up. I'll read hours every day because all it takes is one little thing to propel you to the next level. Nice works. When you're nice to people around you, when you're caring, when you're empathetic, you're always going to get more results. Running a company is not easy. It's hard. But the one thing that you can control in life is your effort. Work hard.
Hey, you see? Hey, that's giving you some words of wisdom right there on the Jesse T Show. Always trying to look out for you guys. Absolutely. Hey, we're coming to the end here, and I just want you to know it's always good to have you guys along with us. We're going to be, of course, bringing lots of people on. We always do. In terms of our interviews and stuff, we're going to start getting some really terrific folks lined up for 2018 already. But it's good to have you along on the Jesse T Show, The World According to Torrero. Now you're straight on the point. Tomorrow we're road tripping. Dan the Man, the real Don King. Because he kind of looks like Don King, doesn't he? He just needs to have more hair. Dan the Man. It's going to be opening road tripping tomorrow, so we'll start that again. So have you Jesse T Show right here. PowerPoints.com and Facebook.com/Jesse Torrero, YouTube, Periscope, Instagram, and everybody have a great day. The Brown Beauty is off duty. Boom! See ya!